It's Reagan and DD, coffee with the tea. Coffee with the tea. It's Reagan and DD, coffee with the tea. What up, what up, what up?
Hey now.
It's your girl D.
And it's Reagan.
And
We got a special guest, baby.
Y'all, we got a guest today. Y'all, we got a guest today. We're excited to have you, Coco. Thank you for being here. All right, y'all. It's been a minute. It's been a while.
I
We'll
mean,
be back.
don't judge me. It's been COVID.
It's that definitely. And
we really
speaking of that, what's y'all
close.
temperature? What's y'all temperature?
I'm a good 98. Good 98.
I'm
I'm 6 to be exact.
I'm normal, huh? I'm normal. No, but yeah, we are, we're being safe. I hope y'all being safe out there for sure, because this is really an epidemic. Is it an epidemic?
It's an epidemic.
It's a pandemic.
It's epidemic.
Okay, so I was like, wait a minute. Because, I be saying stuff wrong on here and people be trying to come for me, but I don't
They better
care.
watch their mouths.
They better watch it. They better watch it. But y'all, today, we're going to... Y'all, we're going to talk about something a little serious for our first show. This is our first show back. We are going to be consistent. So, this is just our first show.
Consistency is key.
It is, for sure. So this is going to be our first show, and we're going to talk about something more serious. We're talking about colorism. We're talking about racism, prejudice, things like that. So on May 25th.
But really more in the Black community. This is...
Absolutely.
Yeah. Amongst ourselves.
Yes, for sure.
Why we always
yes.
trying to, throw it off on other folks. We
yes,
got to.
We really do. We really do. But on May 25th, 2020, George Floyd was killed by, or murdered, not killed, murdered by Derek Chauvin. He kneeled on his neck for almost 9 minutes while George Floyd hollered out, "I can't breathe." He called for his mom. He called for many people to help him, and nothing was done, of course. But, he died due to the police officer kneeling on his knee for almost 9 minutes. With this happening, all 50 states came together, and we all protested, and we were heard. They took down all types of Confederate flags, Confederate statues, and all kind of things are being taken down. And I think this situation, this happening, I think this really did something. I think that all the other times, it was like we rallied and we rioted and we did, but this right here, this really came and hit home.
Not only the 50 states, but around the world.
Yeah, around the world. Yes, not even just the United States. Everybody came together and was like,
and
Black
Ghana
Lives
even
Matter.
Invited us home.
Who
Y'all got that money?
Ghana did.
Did you not see that?
What did they say?
The president of Ghana, baby, she got on the news. She said, "Come on home, brothers and sisters."
That's what she said.
Yes, I'm talking about shit, girl. You better
air
ask me to
conditioning?
book some flights. That's what I said, but you got them 20 shots.
Do they got air conditioning? They got air conditioning over there.
Baby, we're tropical people. We don't need no
I
air.
can't.
We need to call Akon and have him move the lights on when we get there.
Can you charter a couple flights for the people who ready? Some
ready
folks
to
is
go.
already ready.
We ready to get flued out.
I don't want to pack. I want to buy my clothes when I get there. I want to get flued out.
Okay, baller.
I want to get flued out.
Baller. Yeah, we trying to get flued out. So come on, holler at us, Akon.
Yeah.
But we were talking about just the racism and prejudice. A lot of people don't realize that racism and prejudice is two totally different things.
Right.
People use those two words and say, "Oh, you're racist" or "you're prejudiced," and not understand the context of what those words really mean.
Right.
And so it's a lot of people that are racist. It's a lot of people that are racist and not prejudiced. It's a lot of people that are prejudiced and not racist. I'm prejudiced.
I'm slightly.
I have some prejudices in me. I do stereotype. I do go ahead and say, okay, I'm not even going to sit here in front and say that that's not something that I do. Because I do. I'm not going, it's not right, but we can't put it all on the Caucasian people that they're the only people that can be racist or prejudiced, because that's just not true.
Right.
That's just not true. So I definitely have some prejudices that I, sometimes.
I mean, you can almost look at somebody and tell they ain't fooling with you.
Absolutely. I try to give that off a lot.
And we live in the South. So, I mean, you can pretty much tell, who gonna open the door for you and who not.
Right. Yeah, for sure, for sure. So, I mean, it's just something people need to really, really get, on the same page of what racism is and what prejudice is. because a lot of people are just taking these words and just throwing them around, and y'all look stupid.
Education is key.
Absolutely.
You sharing posts.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no research.
Yeah, and it's false. And it happened 16 years ago when we were in elementary school.
Read the articles, people.
Yeah, the date. They had a date. They had a date.
Share the headline.
They had a date.
It's a date.
Yeah, they had a
Take that long.
Yeah,
You
they
don't have
had
to
a-
read the whole thing.
Exactly.
Watch a
Exactly.
YouTube video on it. It's so much easier.
That helps. That helps a lot. That helps. But we brought Coco on here because all of us are different shades. We've all had different experiences and things like that. I literally probably I've never felt like I've been treated differently because of my skin color. I never felt, because I don't even consider myself light skinned. Right. I consider myself to be like paper sack brown, like brown skin. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say that, oh, I'm light skinned or anything like that. But I don't remember anybody saying like, you can get in front of this darker skinned person because your skin is light.
Right.
I don't recall having any experiences like that. Now, I have been called the N-word before. Oh, yeah. That has happened. Oh, yeah. I almost went to jail. That has happened.
Tell a story.
It just things like that happen whenever it just happens sometimes. Well, I was out one day and we were literally at the store. I was walking and I had some kids with me, and I was walking and they was like, "Oh, look at those snitch." You know, the N-word. Can we say the N-word? I don't think so. I don't want to get yellow marked or whatever the people that get paid say.
Those knackers.
Yeah. But we don't call them knackers. That's what they said. Look at those knackers. And I was like, I couldn't believe that they would call me, they would say they were that bold enough to say that. Oh, yeah. You know, but when you have kids with you, you have to conduct yourself in a different manner. Because before I had my daughter, I would go any day, anywhere, any place, any time. But now that I am a mom and I have a child, I know that you have to conduct yourself differently. So, of course, I was literally like, what the F did you say? And who the F are you talking to? And your mama a knacker. And she like knacker. Peen. You know what I'm saying? And so it was just like,
but who don't though?
And it's like, you know, it took me out of my character. It took me to a place of where it's like, okay, I'm no better than them, you know, talking about stuff like that. So that was really a difficult, it wasn't difficult. It made me mad because I wanted to fight. I wanted to get violent, and I don't know another way if I'm disrespected to handle it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I'm gonna tell you a little experience I had. This was back in I'm not gonna give y'all no years because then y'all will figure out who I'm talking about. Okay, so I was working as a CNA at the time, and I was working a night shift. Well, I walked in the door, you know, checking on my patients and doing my rounds, and the nurse, my charge nurse, was in the room, which is also African American. And the little lady, you know, that was laying in the bed, her family was around her because they were so concerned about her well-being and making sure we was taking care of her, right? And she says, "Look, Bob, there's a knacker right there." And she said it like that. On the clock. I was on the clock. And she said it like that. Now, if y'all ever worked with the elderly, y'all know that word was prevalent to them anyway, and it was okay for them to say it. Yep. Well, her son and her daughter-in-law start to apologize profusely. "Oh, mother never says anything like that. I can't believe mother said that. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed." No, you're not, because you know mama call us knackers all the time. Long. Look at those. And I didn't do anything. Because that's common knowledge. Because mama wasn't telling me to give her a blanket because she was cold and fix her pillow, because sometimes that's how they treat the knackers down south. Mm-hmm. That's not it's generational. They ain't got out of it down here. Yep. But I didn't do nothing but laugh because she was in the bed and I was going to have to take care of her all night.
So she got pinched. We ain't going to say
I didn't pinch. No. I was an excellent aide. No. Disclaimer, I loved all my patients. Now, some of them got on your nerves from time to time, but I did. It was a rewarding job. It was. But that is one time that sticks out to me that I was actually called that. Now, I'm sure the people call us that, you know, behind our back all the time.
Absolutely.
But I ain't opposed to saying the word cracker either. If it's a white person that makes me mad. Oh, wild. I'm sorry. I love y'all. Sponsors.
Anywho.
Come on, y'all.
It's the woke.
Let us be real. I love everybody. I have, and look, quotation, I have white friends, and I don't see color in that perspective. But if somebody piss you off, your man piss you off and he ain't got no daddy, he a bastard. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes. So
you see what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying?
It's
not that I'm being racist when I'm saying it. That is just my
That's your
That's my
go-to.
insult
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
time. That's my insult at the time.
Yeah. So do you think it's a white person that haven't ever said the word knacker?
No, not you talking about in this here town.
Like in the world.
In the world, yeah.
In the
think
world, maybe.
I think it's
here.
the white people who have not said the word in a negative context. They done said it.
They
They
gonna
done
try it
spoke
out.
the word.
Oh, yeah.
They've all said the word, but
Yeah.
they haven't said it being derogatory. Because I know some of them. I know some of them haven't.
Yeah.
I hope some of them have it. And a lot of them call themselves that. Because the new generation of kids say it however they want to say it.
So-
They're going to rap it in the song. They're going to call each other that. Them kids, listen, racism going to be gone in the next 50 years. Because these kids is not playing with us. They getting on about their business.
Well,
They're not hung up by this dumb shit we hung up by.
That is true.
Well, so
It's
how do
generational.
you? It is.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
So how do you feel about like having? We have quite a few. White people in our family.
Absolutely.
We have just marriage and relationships and stuff like that. How do you feel about them saying the word knacker?
I don't like it.
You wouldn't be cool with it?
No,
Would
you're
you
not
be
even
okay
gonna
with it?
rap. You're gonna beep it out when you singing the song because that
Skip
word.
over that part.
Yeah, because
We're
I mean,
gonna
it's just
cross
what
it.
it
Yeah.
is a common courtesy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
it's all fun and games when you're in the car by yourself, but when you in a mixed company, it's just a respect thing.
Okay.
It is, and if I was singing a country song, because I listen to country, we all listen.
Yeah,
if
for
they
sure.
say some
Yeah.
derogatory, what I mean? If they got some kind of words that we ain't supposed to say,
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip over them too.
Who? In the country?
In the country song.
Oh no, I'm
If
saying
they come
everything.
on, yeah, we're down here with the barrel of crackers.
Uh,
I'm gonna skip over them.
We not getting a sponsorship. She just keeps saying it. I don't understand why she keeps saying it. I've asked you once.
Listen, we're gonna get demonetized for a lot of these because we're gonna be saying a whole bunch of stuff because that's why y'all here. Y'all
Yes,
here
now we
tonight.
are. We coffee with tea. And
Yeah,
we
now
got that
next
coffee.
season we're gonna be working on our paper and we're gonna be real.
Hello.
We get printed smart.
Heirloom.
Marbles.
You going there?
No, I ain't. Cause I'm connected to that
With songs
family.
on the other and footprint.
You better know this film. If you don't know, that is a lucrative business in our town. And we will patronize y'all to the day we die.
Well, if y'all want to sponsor us after this, Coco and Reagan have set the tone for the
'Cause
situation.
I love you, D. I just, hey girl.
Yeah, okay.
She taking over, girl. She did the spill at the last funeral I went to.
Who did?
Coco. I'm not Coco. D. She did
Who
it.
is D?
Kevin's daughter.
Oh, really? Okay. Come on through.
I said, that's family.
I'm glad you changed that. Okay, so Coco, have you had any situations or issues where you have been racially, like somebody has really just came to you and said you called you knacker or treated you differently?
I've never been called a knacker to my face. Like never. Yeah, it's I'm gonna say my experience. Okay, like when we were younger as kids, I had a whole bunch of white best friends. You know what I'm saying? They used to come to birthday parties and all of that type of stuff. When we hit like 6th or 7th grade, all that stopped. And I never understood until I got older and was like, what is going on? What happened? But then I realized it was because their parents had told them, you know what I'm saying? We don't want you hanging with this little black girl. You know what I'm saying? And then when they got older in high school, the racism really started to come out. They would never call us that to our face, but amongst themselves,
They would say
they
it
would.
too. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't really know. I don't know what we get out of calling each other that word and what other people get out of calling. I don't know. I mean, I say it all the time. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't say it. Like I say it constantly. I use that word several times a day. I'm not
And
even
then
going to
there's
sit here.
different things in relation to
Yeah, like
what
when I'm joking, I'm like, knacker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, or,
I think people have just popularized it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we took it a derogatory thing and tried to,
and
you
brought
know,
it-
you know
and
what I'm
brought
saying?
it home.
Yeah.
I said, my daddy name is Stay Home.
Right.
and I can Tina review. No, yeah, I think so too, and I think that when we get mad that other people say it, we get mad that the white people say it, or the Mexican people say it, or the Indian people, whoever, we get upset. I don't get that word. It used to make me mad, but now I don't think it has that much power over me.
It doesn't have that much power.
I don't think
in
it would
the
make
right
me-
context, it'll make you want to kill somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
It will.
It
Yeah,
will.
like it's just a situation.
I don't know. That's a catch-22 because I'm not going to sit around and listen to nobody other than us just spew it out the way we comfortably do.
Yeah.
Like I know to them it doesn't mean what it means to us, so they say it frivolously.
Yeah.
But I don't. It would crawl me. It would do something to my skin.
Well, speaking of that, talking about Asian doll, I'm gonna post her picture up while we're talking about her. Asian doll, she said light-skinned girls can't protest because they bully.
They bully.
Yeah, they bully. So I'm gonna read you her tweet. So Asian doll. She said, a lot of light-skinned girls posting Black Lives Matter. Like you hoes, not racist too. Y'all bullied dark-skinned girls all our life thinking y'all was better than us. Talked about our skin color. Called us monkeys. You hoes, fried. But keep spreading fake love, you hoes. Will never understand us. Her other tweet said, light-skinned bees, way evil and jealous to dark-skinned girls than the white folk. But that's a different racist topic.
Can I speak on that?
Wait just a second. Asian doll. Let me tell you something. I don't even know what music you put out. I did Google your net worth, which you have made way more money than I have.
It ain't about the money.
Or your net worth. You have way more money than I probably ever see in my life. No, I'm just kidding. But you have more money than I have. But let me tell you how ignorant you sound. You sound stupid, dumb, ignorant, bitter, and broke. You understand? And I feel like for you to say something like that in this time of what we're going through, it just furthermore divides what's going on.
Right.
It just furthermore demotes what we're trying to do by you getting upset by some shit that happened when you was 12 or 13.
Yeah.
Because I just think that that's crazy. And then the fact that you're on such a platform that people actually know you. I don't know who you are, but people know you, and you have fans, and you have light-skinned fans, light-skinned little girls and light-skinned older people or whatever, and you would say some ignorant thing. I think you definitely need a PR agent, because you definitely should have tweeted that. It's already done. You said what you said, but you sound really stupid, and that's just how I feel, dummy.
I do. I'm a little bit older than these ladies. So I do remember those derogatory statements on the playground as a child. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
What derogatory statements?
The little light-skinned girls calling the little dark-skinned girls names. She wasn't lying when she said that shit. And she wasn't lying when she said it.
I ain't never said that.
No, you ain't never said it. But like I said, I got 10 years on these sisters. So they did. But it was a battle within our group, because we didn't really play with the white kids when we was little. So I don't know what they did when we was, but the black kids stayed with black kids, and the light skinned girls, we intermingled. But if you was mad at a dark skinned girl, you did say something about her.
Yeah.
It was her skin color or whoever hair was nappy. That was how we threw shots at each other. Your shoes, blah blah blah. I do know it, but I'm gonna say this as not light skin, paper sack brown, but on the opposite end of the spectrum. I've often felt like I wasn't able to holler #melanin and to do the pro-black things because I don't have as dark a skin as I want to have.
I'm #melanin.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
But deep down on the inside, when I see a super duper pale chick talking about some #melanin, I'll be like,
where is it?
I know that's biased, and I know that's biased, and you shouldn't think like that, but I do. Couple say you ain't never done it.
I'm not.
You remember when that hashtag went popping like it went sky high?
Yeah.
When I was seeing the little biracial kids, the little girls in the sunlight doing their hair and talking some #melanin, girl, if you don't bounce, get out somewhere for you burn.
Also, that bothers me. I ain't gonna say it bothers me, but it's just like a little difficult when you got the light-skinned fair girls with the natural hair. You know what I'm saying? Saying how good the good hair and like.
No, that is that gets me.
That's
frustrating.
I understand it. That's why you ain't never seen me #melanin. Now, do I want it? Do I bronze? Do I tan? Am I attracted to the blackest of the black?
So because
you better ask my baby daddy.
So because I'm not gonna see. This is another thing where it comes to not so much as prejudice or racist, but it's a preference.
Right.
I do not date light skinned men, and that is just. Now it's fine light skinned men. Yes, it's some fine light skinned men, and I mean, I see them, and I be like, "Ooh, baby," but it's a stereotype with them, and this is like a circle. It's a stereotype with light skinned men.
They kind of soft. And that's
soft.
No, that's what people think.
Oh,
just like the light skin.
I was saying like players, like they like because they
hoes.
Yeah,
that's come from your brothers. You got that. From
and
that's why light skin men ain't never cute to me too, because I can see my older brother in all of them, and it'd be like,
you can see they veins and stuff. They're like raw chicken meat, the raw chicken meat.
But you know,
see now, are we racing?
We are.
Are we color shaming?
We are colorism.
Yeah, colorism. It's colorism going on.
But you know what? I don't think it's like we said how it's generational earlier. I think it's like passed down through generations too.
Absolutely. It's learned for sure.
Like I said, I've never experienced it, but I heard older people around me, oh, that little light skinned girl thinks she cute. You know what I'm saying? So it's like ingrained into me, like, oh, that little light skinned girl thinks she cute.
I'm gonna tell you like this. My oldest son was nice and brown when he was born. And my grandmother, who is a dark-skinned lady, married a super light-skinned man. So she could have super light-skinned kids. Now, mind you, they would be over 100 years old right now if they were still living. My grandma used to crack jokes. She'd be like, oh, we just gonna bathe them in some bleach and get some of that. And that was something that I had to, like, Grandma.
You feel some kind of way when Mom said that?
At the time, it was funny almost. Yeah. But now that I'm looking at it, it was like, so
that was some colorism kind of.
Yeah. They never treated it that different, but they little sideways joke.
Yeah, because back in that time, light skinned people were definitely especially when you could pass as a white person.
Absolutely. Well, I dated a guy when I first moved to Texas that he was Jamaican, and he said they were told that light skinned women are devils and they are hell, basically. And I kept saying, well, okay, I see. Well, that's why you're not dating. He was like, but I consider you to be light skinned. And I was like, I don't consider him. I've never in my life, I've never considered myself light skinned ever. My mom is light skinned, but I've never considered myself. Well, I've never considered myself light skinned. I don't know. And when I had a baby, I met the darkest guy I could meet, and I fell in love with him, and I had a baby, and she came out piss color too.
Yeah. But let's talk about the fact that the lighter skinned people. Dark skin is so popping right now.
It's beautiful. Really Coco, I think you are beautiful.
Ooh,
I
love you. Girl, did you see Coco picture?
Did you see Coco picture? Girl, with me screenshotting and your picture. Like, did you see this? She is like, you really like, I'm like, you was a bad bitch.
She is not playing. And honey, I got a sister-in-law that's
yes, right.
I'm telling you, it is. It make you want to go outside and
just sit in the sun. And sit in the sun. But no, I think black is beautiful. We always say that black is beautiful. I don't care. I'm gonna always put hashtag melanin because I'm black, and I think that I can say that because I'm black. I earned the right to say that.
Melanin, like,
we earned the right to say that. You know what I'm saying? Because if it came down to it, we're not gonna be able to. They're not gonna say all the black people over here, and then they're gonna put we're gonna be with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's the beauty of black people. We come in a rainbow of colors.
Absolutely, and I feel like
sometimes you look at black people that don't even know what nationality they are.
Exactly.
Like, are you what are you?
Exactly. Like our brother look Mexican.
He does, and they speak it to him too, and both of them do. And both of our brothers are two different shades. One of them's a little darker than the other one, but their features are so ambiguous that you can't tell which one they are. I
gotta get my words good. Ambiguous.
I love
her. Ambiguous. Okay.
I listen, but I look plain. I'm plain old black.
No, but so like Coco, like taking it back to what Asian Doll said.
What you think about
Asian Doll? But you out here advocating for the dark skin.
That's good. What do you think about what she said?
I think it's ridiculous. I mean, because like, at the end of the day, if the master comes, we all gonna be on the ship. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't got no card saying you look too light.
You look like a paint job. No. I just feel like in the time and how everything is going, what's going on, I think that it's just not the time to be talking about some shit that you should have addressed 15 years ago or whatever when it happened. This is not the time, it's not the time.
I got a question. So if she mad at the light-skinned girls repping for the cause, is she also mad at the white people repping for the cause?
No, I don't. I think that she probably saw a light-skinned girl put Black Lives Matter and was like, and it took her back to
somebody who took her man.
Like she did a Raven Simone. You know how Raven
she
like.
Triggered. She's triggered. Somebody triggered her. Who hurt you, baby?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's a
light-skinned girl.
Yeah, it's a personal issue that she has that she needs to address with herself to make sure that she can't. And on a platform like this, and you having fans of all different nationalities, all different colors, all different races, whatever, for you to say you can't say this because of your skin tone, you're no better than that white person calling us a knacker. You know what I'm saying?
What y'all think about Trina talking about she ain't black?
Trina
she's Hispanic.
Is she? I mean,
what is her ancestry?
What is her mom black? Is her dad black? What's up with that? Like, does she have any?
She got some kind of Hispanic in there somewhere, but you black and you always have been repping.
Well, if you're not black, Trina, then you need to stop saying knacker. If you're not black,
top.
So if you don't want to,
you
don't want to claim being black, then you need to stop saying knacker.
She's from Miami. You can't tell what them people is.
Yeah, right. But Trina is beautiful. But I always just thought she was a light skinned chick. But when her cousin Bobby or whatever his name is Bobby.
Bobby
you can tell that he was like not just black. You know what I'm saying? They are very beautiful people. But I think to discredit and say that you're not black, you're Hispanic all of a sudden when you've been out for 35 years and nobody knew your nationality.
Dad, she said you've been out.
You don't know now. Hispanic.
If you want to know, that song came out when I was in early high school.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm
out here.
Well, I'm just saying, like nobody knew that about her, and if she wants to start claiming that now, she looks like a clown.
I think it's just trying to be relevant because Trina is reaching all around, trying
Absolutely.
to grab onto something right now.
Absolutely, trying to figure out.
If you just make a song, then I mean,
well, now Trina has had about a handful of hits. I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
You talking about throughout the 35 years?
Yeah. Throughout the 35.
Throughout the 35 years, she's had
every 5 years.
Let's be clear. Trina, she on that song, that was a fluke that she got on that song. She didn't really rap. That was her homeboy. Now, no, he just wanted to put her on the song. That's what started her career. Now, after that, Trina didn't have too many hits nationwide. They were all local. Trina's claim to fame was that ass.
Pull over that ass too fast?
No, her ass. Trina was one of the girls who had an original ass.
Okay.
Not a Build-A-Bear ass.
Okay.
She came in the world with that natural ass.
Okay, well, she's beautiful. I mean, you can't take that from her.
Oh, no.
She's beautiful, but to sit there and say because you got in a high seat by what you said, because when she was going on that rant, she was saying our people, us, this, and then she was saying it like, she was claiming the black side, right? Mm-hmm. And then when it came out, when people was trying to talk stupid to you, you weren't black anymore.
Did she retract?
Well, it's just fine. Just don't say knacker, and then don't.
Then what's she gonna say in her songs?
I
mean, you can really make a song without saying it.
Now I'm not a Trina. I don't have her on my. Now I do have that Kelly Roy. Here we go again. I do have that song on there.
That was 15 years ago.
Yeah. She has some new. Anyway, this ain't about. Listen, Trina, if you go have a look, you probably gonna.
You know you listening to us, girl.
Yeah.
I mean, what else you doing?
We gonna tag you.
No, I just feel like when people, I don't understand how people on platforms get stupid. I think that if I ever blew up or made it famous, I wouldn't even have my phone to be on social media. I wouldn't want to F up nothing that I had going, my brand deals, things that I could build for my family.
But dang, because they say such a hard life.
But they say,
nothing to say about nobody ever.
I would say stuff, but who gets that mad to say, to just go off on a rant like that and mess up your money? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Miami girl.
To be honest with you, she needs that to, like you said, stay relevant. Yeah. She wouldn't be on Love and Hip Hop if she wasn't.
Well, it's just, do y'all watch Teen Mom? Do anybody watch Teen Mom? Mm-hmm. Okay, so y'all know Corey, I think Teen Mom OG. Mm-hmm. It's a guy named Corey, and he has a baby mama named Cheyenne and a baby mama named Taylor. Taylor had said some racist tweets years ago, okay? Mm-hmm. Years ago. Nothing happened. They let her on the show. Cheyenne, which is, she's black. Mm-hmm. She addressed it. They squashed it. You know what I'm saying? So, because she wanted her to, to be comfortable with being around her child. Okay. Well, when all of this stuff came out, all of this stuff, just everything started coming out about black this, white this, you can't be, disrespected. You know what I'm saying? They fired the girl Taylor off the show, and they fired Cheyenne because Cheyenne had said some tweets years ago about, she watched something and she was like, this makes me want to kill every white person I see. Because I'm thinking she probably watched Rosewood or Selma or, Time to
12
Kill.
Years a Slave.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so they let her go as well because they couldn't definitely not, keep her because she's still.
Boy, that Twitter, who is sitting around here looking up tweets from 20 years ago?
That's why I don't have Twitter.
How do you find that? Like,
That's if they go to the Twitter company. They go to the company and like pull up every tweet such and such as ever. I know they have to do that. I know they have a way to do that. They have to have a way.
There's no way you're scrolling like
to go all the way back to somebody's timeline in 2010.
Yeah, that is.
Who got time? Especially if they tweeting 15 to 20 times a day.
She typed. She couldn't do it. She can't.
Well, that's the same thing that they didn't let Kevin Hart host the Oscars because of some tweets that he said that he apologized for.
That's why don't nobody watch that whack ass show.
Won't nobody gonna watch it?
No way.
If he was
even with Kevin,
you wasn't gonna watch it. I was
hashtag boycott the Oscars. Oscars so white.
Oscars so black. But y'all messed it up.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I was gonna watch it because of Kevin, but I just think
when you that show 3 hours and 57. It's long as hell.
I just like to watch the fashions.
Yeah, see,
and you can get that on E. They can ditch that shit, show us who we want to see, and if you really just want to see, YouTube all the black people on the.
So do you think we do? Do you think that black people make everything about color? Do you think? Do you think we overdo the whole color thing? Do you think we over say like, you should treat us like this because we've been through so much. We were slaves and we ain't free. And
racism.
Do you think we do that, Coco? Like, do you think we use that to like just keep? Are we draining it?
There are some things that our people are reaching for. You know, like this $20 bill thing. Like,
did you see that? They said
too much.
They said it was a slave getting hung on a $20 bill, but it was just a rope and a light fixture or something like that.
But what did it symbolize? Because if you look at anything, everything on the money is symbolic. What does it symbolize?
Slavery, I guess.
Okay, so
them hanging a black person. It was like it looked like the head of somebody. It looked like it could have been a head, but it was just not that.
It wasn't that.
I don't think that it was
but
that.
Then let's talk about what does it mean? What does it really mean?
I don't know. I just feel like it's people that are woke and it's people that are really, really woke.
Yeah,
speaking
of
woke,
people's job to be woke.
Yeah, J. Cole just put up this song.
Ooh, I love it.
Saying, like, there's a lot of woke people and there's a lot of people that are not. The people that are woke need to educate the ones that are not instead of putting us down, people.
Absolutely.
Right,
absolutely.
Know everything.
You show right.
Yeah.
It's almost too much information.
And it's almost it's just arrogant. Like sometimes when people that are really woke and they come on our status and we're halfway asleep or we're halfway up, and then they belittle us and make us feel stupid, and then it's like, well, we don't want to learn anything that you're talking about. We don't want to hear anything that you have to say. You've made us feel this big when you could have said, hey, my sister, let me tell you what this really means or what this really does, instead of saying, you stupid, you dumb, and you ain't gonna never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be too much.
I want to know who taught you. Because I need your sources.
We have a brother that's really woke.
And he is the wokest of the woke.
He don't even read the regular Bible. He got the original Bible.
He got the one that
he don't even call
got
Jesus.
the slate stem.
Yeah. He don't call Jesus because he said it wasn't no J's back then.
It sure what.
So he said we calling Jesus by the wrong name.
That's why he ain't answering half y'all prayers.
But he know our heart. He know who I'm talking to because
We gotta get him. We just got to say it like this.
He called today and was like, "What time y'all filming?" I was like, "I think we're gonna be done. What time you coming down here?" I was trying to cut, like, I didn't want him to be, I tried to cut it out because he was gonna be like, "I'm gonna come down there and be talking about some redfish, bluefish." Oh, okay, y'all. We try to keep these shows to about 30 minutes. Coco, is there anything, how do you feel about being on the show? Like, how was it? Were you nervous? Was it too much?
I was a little nervous at first, but this is really.
So you gonna come back? and be a guest again for sure.
We're gonna have a dance party. At
Yes. No, we're gonna do a mukbang. You watching YouTube talk the mukbangs?
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna do a mukbang.
We're
We're gonna do a
make
mukbang.
some stuff out of
I'm gonna tear it. We're gonna get some crab leg. We're gonna tear that stuff up on this
Listen,
camera.
if somebody can't crack my legs for me, I ain't eating them because I don't fight my food. I'm too hungry for that shit. I don't eat no neck bone. I don't eat nothing that you got to fight it. If I can't stab it with a fork and put it in my mouth, I am gonna hashtag. I'm gonna go on 6 posts and hashtag all the melanin.
No.
Because I if Coco give me the go, I'm going.
Yeah.
It's a girl.
I'm going.
Yeah,
But I never
You should
did.
have never been scared.
I was scared. I wasn't scared. Listen, that's one thing I have to get out.
Then.
Y'all perception.
Shit. They're gonna. You see what I'm saying, Coco? We're not gonna advocate. She say F the word.
Bad words are not
Fuck
demonetized.
this shit, then. We just gonna go ahead and go with it.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
did we not agree at the beginning of this thing that we was gonna be real?
Right,
Yeah.
and if we can't be real, we can't be us.
us.
We're not gonna be us. But no, we really wanted to have different perspectives. Y'all always hear from us about our experiences. We wanted to bring somebody that's a close friend to us to come and share her experiences and things that she's experienced in her life, and things like that. So we really, really appreciate you guys for tuning in today. If y'all have any comments or y'all, just comment down below, like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Click that notification bell.
Watch it all the way through.
Yeah, watch it all the way through. And then share the video. If there's anything else y'all want us to talk about with this topic, with colorism, racism, and prejudice, because we just basically touched on like the top part, the basic, just the basic of what's going on. Mm-hmm. It really wasn't much for us to say about George Floyd. You guys have stood up and said it all and spoke and said what you need to say, and I think as a Black person, I'm very proud to be here today in this, what's going on, because we are really making some moves, and we're really, we're standing up, and I'm proud.
Yeah,
so
I just want to add a little bit to it. Did you know that Patricia and Armani been protesting all week long, and they organized a protest for today at the state capitol in Little Rock?
that's awesome.
I'm talking about
that's awesome.
those ladies
Like
got
Amani has
together.
been out here in these
Yes,
streets.
that's awesome.
Baby
That's
girl is
awesome.
about her business.
That's awesome.
And
So we're gonna
she
put their
came out-
ads. We're gonna put their ads down in our description box below, and we're also gonna put Coco's ad too, so you guys can follow her on Instagram, Facebook. Y'all, she's bad. So y'all just see her sitting down, but she's a bad bitch.
I know. I'm slick saucy, but it's all
We're actually saving up money to pay for a body like hers. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. Coco, thank you for being
Thank y'all
here.
for having
I hope
me.
you had a good time. You're able to express.
Yes.
So we will be reaching out to you, for the next show. Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. So we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.